Welcome back to another social video. This time I wanted to talk about how to help people, or how to collaboratively build or help someone within Neos. This is a continuation from other social videos that I'm doing, so do check the links in the video description for more social video links. And as always, here's a disclaimer. Hey, I might get things wrong here. We're not perfect in this area. If I do offend you, or if there's complaints or comments or questions, drop it in the comments section. Just remember, I'm here to try and help. And that might be problematic, but do remember we're just here to try and help each other have a better time here on Neos. So, how to help? I kind of break this down into several questions, and you sort of just like follow them through. And if you get to any of them where you say no, stop trying to help. First one is to read the room. That's the video link to the video description. I start most of these videos with reading the room. They just tell you what's going on without you sort of engaging in it. Imagine the room is a picture and you're reading it, or a book and you're reading it. See the read the room video for more information on that. Once you've read the room, you might have discovered, hey, someone over there looks like they need help. And that's what I'm going to use as a keyword again. Looks like they need help. Approach them. Is someone else already helping them? Do they look like they're getting along fine? Maybe just hang back and watch. Continue reading the room. Watch that other person help them. You might learn something new. They might have a different approach to the way that they're helping users. Don't interfere in that. Don't come up to them and be like, I have a better way to do it. Even if it's, in some cases, more performant to do it the way that you have imagined, wait till the end. Wait till the end. Don't interrupt. Don't start throwing logics nodes around or components around and be like, oh, it's better if you do it this way. It's better if you do it that way. That's no good. If someone else is helping, make sure you hang back. Sometimes the helper, in this case, might turn around and see you, and they'll be like, oh, hi. In this case, sort of, hi, Prime, could you help me with this? I'm having a bit of trouble helping this user. At that point, go right ahead. You have been invited into the sort of helping session. If they say, don't say that, though, just hang back, watch, observe. If they're not already being helped by a user, walk up to them, and if they look like they're struggling, maybe offer help. They might turn around and ask you for help. This is the user, not the helper at this point. If they don't ask you for help, maybe again, hang back, look at what they're doing, maybe ask what they're doing, but don't immediately launch into helping someone. The worst thing you can do is help someone that doesn't want to be helped. They might just be trying to learn. They might have a U-ProbablePrime video open in the background that they're watching to try and learn something. It's very important that the first step of helping someone is to figure out if they actually want to be helped. Ask them if you can help. Just say, hey, do you need any help? Do you mind if I help? And if that's the case and they say no, back off, keep watching, maybe ask them what they're building, or ask again if they seem struggling, maybe half an hour down the line or whatever. But if they say no, there's nothing you really can do. You can't force help upon someone. There's a good old phrase which is, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And this applies here. That's totally fine. A horse has a mind of its own, as does a Neos user building in a world. Just compare Neos users to a horse. Not quite sure that's a good idea, but it's a good analogy to what's going on there. Once they've asked for help, or you've asked them if they need help and they've said yes, keep in mind that you should continually be re-evaluating that. But this time it comes into sort of, am I doing a good job? Now, don't pause like one of those sort of weird AI systems every 5 seconds and be like, how good am I doing? Rate me 0 to 5 stars. Don't do that. But just, check in periodically and be like, is this okay? Do you understand it? Am I explaining it well? Do you need me to re-explain anything? Remember, different users learn differently. It's very important to make sure that you're doing that correctly. If they, sometimes a user might be sort of timid or shy to say, I don't understand. So make sure that when you're explaining things, you're giving plenty of time for pause, plenty of time for questions, and plenty of time for sort of them to interject and say, I don't understand what you're doing, or maybe could you repeat it, or what if it does this? Maybe the requirements might change. They might say, oh, I'm sorry, I figured out, I actually need help with this, not this. Make sure that you've got that sort of handled. Additionally, whilst you're helping them, make sure that you're involving them in that process. I've seen lots of people who, once they've agreed to help someone, they'll have the inspectors or the logics nodes in front of them like this, and the users behind them, or the users far away, and they can't see what they're doing. That's not helping, that's doing for. Can you help me set up my avatar? And then that happens, you're not helping them set up the avatar, you're doing it. You are setting up the avatar for them. Some users do want that, that's fine, but make sure you've established that. If they say that they want help setting up the avatar, bring them along with the process. It's a journey. Bring them through the process. show them inspectors, talk about things, slow down. I move really fast. In my videos, I've slowed down a lot, but if you've ever seen me building in game, sometimes I'm just silently, furiously throwing nodes around. Think about slowing down. Think about pausing, like I said earlier. Also, don't get into the habit of just throwing things at people. I've seen users that sometimes when they ask for help, people will start spawning things. They'll spawn gadgets, they'll spawn logics nodes, they'll spawn big inspectors, multi-tools, all sorts of stuff like that. Try and help them with what they're trying to do. For example, if someone's working on logics, try to help them with logics. Don't say, oh, it's better, you can do that in components, or vice versa. If they want to learn logics, do the solution for the problem in logics, and then maybe at the end suggest, hey, did you know you could do this in components too? It's another option. Would you like to see? And then maybe show them that way. Don't change up or chop up the path that they're on through Neos to try and get their goal done. And again, even if that's not optimal, maybe warn them, hey, that's not optimal, but don't insist that they do it your way or the best way. There's lots of sort of misconceptions out there. Another video on that one at some point, about misconceptions about performance, but that's for another topic for another day. Always just make sure that you are communicating with the person that you're helping and that they're happy about what you're doing. It's not possible to please everyone, and it's not possible for everyone to understand what you're doing. Neos is quite complicated. But if you follow those guides that I've been talking about, you'll have a better time making sure that you're helping someone. Just keep communicating with them. That's really the most important part. With that over, I'll see you next time. Maybe for a more happy video where we're working on some components or tutorials. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.